Hey Embers, welcome back to the channel and welcome to part 19 of my Harvest Moon Back to Nature slow playthrough. So we are starting on day 26 of summer, year 1. In this video we are going to be going all the way through to the end of summer. So that's exciting. So we've checked the weather as always and we are going to now check TV shopping. I can't remember if this is the first time we are going to be buying anything from TV shopping. I don't think so, but I can't remember. So obviously this episode is going to be a little bit longer because we are going through the 26th all the way through to the 30th. But we're checking the mailbox as always, nothing's come. Just checking if any crops have grown in, and yes, we do have some corn, so this is the first speed up of the episode, gathering the corn. Just from one plot, I believe. So we're going to feed the fish and gather the honey, as always. Presumably heading straight into the hen house. Yep. Like I say, this is going to be a little bit longer than the previous episode, so I hope you're okay with that. Seeing as we're doing 5 days in this episode, and we only did 3 in last episode. So we're going to gather the golden egg, and it looks like we've finally got into the swing of things of feeding the hens first. We still only have 5 chickens, and that is for a specific reason. That's why I'm not incubating any more eggs at this current time. So we're going to say hello to Binky the horse, brush him. And of course heading straight into the mountains. This is our typical morning routine. Going to grab the flowers for the girls as always. And like I say, I'm really excited to move on to fall or autumn as I call it. I can't exactly remember if there's more episodes for... I think there's more episodes for spring and then summer. So it's really exciting to move on to another season. But of course we still have a little way to go before then. So Anne is still on a blue heart level. And Potpourri is still on yellow, I think. And if you've been watching the previous episodes, I set myself goals, so some goals to finish for spring, summer, etc. And you will know that we have finished all of our summer goals. So there's really not much else to do but finish off the season, I guess. So giving an egg to the Harvest Goddess, as always. I believe I've mentioned this before, but in future Harvest Moon iterations, the Harvest Goddess is marriageable. However, she's not in this particular version of the game. So we're going to head off and see our sheep now. We currently only have 1 sheep. I'm going to ship the rest of the items. Not too much to ship today, but we did have that 1 growing of crop, so of the corn. So it's not too bad. So we're heading out now. I'm not sure what we do for the rest of the day. It looks like we're going up to check on our grass to see if that needs shearing. Not shearing. Cutting. For some reason the word for cutting completely left my head. So we're going to do a speed up here, clearing up the farm. Not exactly necessary. We also have another speed up helping the harvest sprites, watering the crops. Again, you're probably used to it by now, but I hope you don't mind that these bits are sped up. I mean, you can see the length of the episode without speeding it up, so we're just finishing off here. And heading out of the farm. So I'm not entirely sure where we are going yet. I believe we're heading up to the inn because we did have the TV shopping today. Oh, we're just popping in to check on the mare. Be going shopping, we are indeed. Because we do, of course, have to buy the kitchen knife. I believe it was a kitchen knife that was up for sale today. The TV shopping is every Saturday until you complete your set, I guess. So this is the only phone in the game. So this is the only place you can buy the items for TV shopping, or from TV shopping. So yes, it's a kitchen knife. 3,000 Gs for a knife. Can you believe that? I don't think. So we're heading back out now. Presumably heading back to the farm. And we're just checking if we brushed the horse. We did indeed. So now we're heading out of the farm. And it looks like we are going to chop a bit of wood. So there's another speed up here while we do that. So we just chop those 2 wood stumps and heading back. So it's 10 past 5 in game, or 20 past now. I wonder if we are going to call it an early night and just head straight to bed. Let's have a look. So we're just checking our money situation, 5,825 Gs. Going to pick up the dog, and are we going straight to bed? We're not even watching the television. Oh my goodness. Oh yeah, that's because we did TV shopping, so we missed poor old Farmer Fran today, but never mind. Moving swiftly on to day 27. Another sunny day tomorrow. As if we didn't watch Farmer Fran. So, checking the mailbox as always. And nothing. You don't get a lot of mail in this game, to be honest. So we're just having another flick through, see what's happening. Any crops come in? So yes, we do have our onions. So we do a speed up while we collect the onions. And as it's day 27, there's not really any point replenishing those. So we're just going into the house to check if we have any in our fridge, because I couldn't remember. And it looks like we don't. No, we don't have any onions. So for some reason, I just like to keep 3. I'm not entirely sure why, but I seem to do things in groupings of 3. So back out the house. We're going to ship these onions. And grab the rest of them. And again, there's no point growing any more, because they just won't grow in 3 days. Apologies if you can hear any cars in the background. So we're heading straight into the hen house now. Shouldn't be a bad payday today with both of the onions, the eggs as well, and the honey. Shouldn't be too bad, but the biggest payday is about to come up. So, collecting the eggs as always. And heading straight out into the mountains. Again, I know this is quite repetitive, but this is just the way I play the game. And once again, I've mentioned it before, but you will see how busy fall in this game gets. It's insane, especially your first year. So we're going to give the flowers to the girls. My bunny rabbit is playing about at the moment, so apologies if you can hear that. And is still on a blue heart. And Potpourri, of course, is not there because it's a Sunday, which I totally forgot. So we're going to parboil these eggs. And of course give one to the Harvest Goddess. She's having a right jolly old time over there, my bunny rabbit. She just likes to batter cardboard back and forth. So we're heading off now. So I can't remember if we've brushed the horse today, I don't think so. But we are going to do another speed up here while we help the Harvest Sprites with watering. They don't have a great deal to water, obviously with it being the end of the season. And there's the horse, so we're going to say hello to the horse. So for some reason this took a little bit of time. I think I'd whistled the horse over and yeah, this happened. So we're just following the horse for a bit, but there we go. And we're going to head into the sheep. So we're saying hello to Fluffy. A very imaginative name there from me. And feed her. And of course ship the crops. And out we go. I'm guessing we're going to head straight to Potpourri to give her her flour. Yep, so here she is getting her flour. Still on a yellow heart. So now we're heading back to the farm. And again, there's going to be a speed up here while we help with watering the crops. Although the Harvest Sprites have done a pretty good job, so there's not much to do. So we're just going to refill the watering can and head off. And as summer is nearly at an end, I thought that we would head up to the mountain. We haven't been up the mountain in quite a while, I don't think. But get used to it, because you'll definitely see more of this mountain in the coming weeks. So we're heading straight up, across and over the bridge. And because the flowers change during the seasons, we've decided to gather a lot of these flowers, as they are Potpourri's favourite. So we're going to gather these and store them in our cupboard back home, seeing as they won't be here in the autumn. So we're heading straight off again. And, oh, no, we're coming back, because we're going to chop this stump. And we're also going to work on upgrading the hammer as well, which takes a long time, to be honest. So our character's getting a little bit tired. So with that, I think we're going to head back to the farm. Again, a couple of slow days here, to be honest. Not too much to do. I could have spent some more time mining or fishing, I think, but I didn't utilise the time properly. So with that, I do believe we're heading back into the house. And we're going to pop these flowers straight into the cupboard, or the cabinet. I really think they'd die in there. Apologies if you can hear my stomach rumbling. Must be hungry. With that, we are going to, of course, pick up the dog and watch the telly. We missed Farmer Fran yesterday, so we also have the Shogi hour again. And at the risk of sounding like a broken record, I still have not researched Shogi. I really need to. Oh, my stomach's really giving it some, you know. I do apologise. And because we missed her yesterday, what's Farmer Fran got to say? So they're talking about saving the game again on the 26th of summer. I think that's probably a little bit redundant. Anyway, with that, we're going to head to bed. And we're about halfway through the episode now in terms of days, moving swiftly on to day 28. So we're going to check the weather as always. And it's actually raining tomorrow, which we seem like we haven't had a lot of rain in a while. Ironically, we don't have a lot of crops, so the rain could have come at a better time, put it that way. But we're just doing some inventory management here, seeing what's in the toolbox, seeing what's in the fridge. As we're hitting our final days of summer, of course. So, heading straight out. Checking the mailbox as always. And I believe our pineapples have finally grown in. I have indeed. So, we are just grabbed the one. I'm going to brush the horse. And then we'll put a big speed up here as we are also scything the pineapples, as they will no longer grow. So you only get two, sort of, what's the word I'm looking for? The pineapples only grow twice in the summer, but the money you get from them is insane. So again, quite a big speed up. Our tomatoes have grown as well. So not much more to collect in terms of summer crops. So we're just going to go ahead and ship these. And while we're in here, we're going to feed the hens. And we should end up with quite a lot of money after the end of today. So we're going to grab the eggs, but we ended up grabbing a chicken instead. So it's quite a busy day on the farm in terms of gathering all the crops. But we're heading straight out. We grab the flowers as always. And the wild grass, of course. Once again, I do apologise for the background noise. So, is Anne still on a blue heart? Yes, she is. And Popuri, is she still on yellow? Yes, she is. So nothing's changed there with the girls just yet. And I sparboil the eggs, of course. And give one to the harvest goddess. Of course, we won't be able to give her any crops tomorrow as it's raining. But I believe me giving the eggs to the harvest goddess is why we haven't had a lot of rain. So it can be a bit detrimental when you think about it. Anyway, with that, we're going to head back into the hen house and ship these. And then presumably we're moving on to another big speed up as we're sorting the rest of the crops out. We do still have some corn that needs to grow through, so hopefully we'll get that corn tomorrow. But as you can see, we are scything the tomatoes as well, because they won't have any more time to grow either. So we've gathered all of the crops. What's next? Oh, looks like we're figuring out what to do. So we're heading up to check on our grass. And this gives us fodder for the cows and the sheep when this is done. So it looks like it's not quite done yet. So with that, we're going to check our current money situation, 8,765 Gs. We look good for feed as well, everything seems to be going well. So remember that number, we had 8,600 I think it was. Even I can't remember the number now, but let's say 8,600. So we're heading straight out of the farm. And it looks like we're going to be doing a little bit of shopping. So what are we going to grab? Obviously there's no point grabbing any more crops. So we're going to grab some more grass seeds. And we're going to go for 6 bags. Nope. Yep, what are we doing? Did we buy 10 bags? I think we bought 10 bags there. And we're just going to grab some random bits for the fridge. So some bread. Which I personally wouldn't put bread in the fridge, but there you go. That's what the game wants us to do. And we're also going to grab a couple of rice balls as well. Which again, I don't believe go in the fridge. But we're just sort of taking the time to stock up on some fridge ingredients for when we do start cooking. So with that, we're heading back out. And I believe going straight back to the farm to plant some more of the grass. We do encounter a couple of problems when planting the grass, as you'll see as we go along. Now this is another speed up because of course it's raining tomorrow, so we need to get the horse into the barn. We have Zach congratulating us there on how much we've shipped today. So in he goes. And with that we're going to go ahead and plant some more grass. So a little bit of a waste here. There's only 3 and you do get 9 in a bag, but I do like how it looks when it's all in a row like that. So I did waste a bag there doing that, yes. So planting some more. But as you can see, the rocks are in the way, so I don't want to waste any there. So it's going to look a bit uneven because we're just sort of planting where there's no rocks. Eventually we are going to get rid of those rocks. So it does look a bit messy, but never mind. That's just us deciding if we want to waste any more bags, and we decide we don't. We already sort of wasted one. So with that, it's nearly 11 o'clock at night in game, so we are going to head straight to bed. A much longer day than the previous 2 days. And our money is now at 19,875 Gs. We did spend a fair bit of the 8,000. I think we ended up with 3,000 or something like that. So not bad at all. So we're now just sorting the tools out. I'm going to put our 3 bags of grass back. Pick up the dog and, of course, watch the television before bed. So we're going for The Fairy and Me today. On chapter 7. And of course we're going to check in with good old Farmer Fran. She was talking about saving the game yesterday, so what's she talking about today? Loading the game. Again, a little bit redundant on day 28 of summer, but never mind. Very game breaky there. It's like fourth wall breaky, isn't it? So with that, we are just going to check the freezer again. I'm not sure why. The fridge, sorry. Oh yes, because we haven't put these away yet. So in goes the bread and the rice balls. Not necessary purchases right now, but it'll put us in great stead for when we do start cooking. So with that, we're moving on to our penultimate day of summer, which is, of course, day 29. And of course, it is raining today. It would be on a day where we have very little crops, but we'll check the weather. Nice and sunny tomorrow to end off summer. And with that, Zach is here. Ah, so our knife we ordered has been delivered. I love how happy he looks when he says, "I've delivered it." So checking the mailbox as always. Now this last slot of corn up here hasn't grown yet. I don't know if it will, but this one has. So we're going to grab this last corn, and this one here has. So we're just going to ship these. So there is one lot of corn still left to grow. I don't think there's time for it, so we'll see tomorrow. But I'm leaving it there in case it does grow tomorrow, but we'll see. So with that, we're going to feed the fish, grab the honey as always. And it looks like we're going to put a bit of corn in the silo. Yep. So we're going to put 2 corns in the silo there and straight into the hen house. With that, we are going to ship the rest. But it is a birthday today, so we'll see what happens with that as we go on. So we'll grab the rest of the eggs. Of course, we don't need an egg for the Harvest Goddess today because it's raining, so that'll be a little bit more profit on top of the corn. With that, we're going to head straight out. And again, the girls won't be on top of the mountain either. So unfortunately, I've said this before, because of the rain, we do lose our lovely ambient soundtrack. We're grabbing the flowers anyway. I don't know if we're going to store them in the cupboard or maybe go and see Potpourri, I'm not sure. Yeah, so we do lose the lovely soundtrack with it raining, but I do quite enjoy rain in video games, to be fair. I like rainy days in real life. I am not built for hot weather. Far too ginger. Apologies if you can hear my stomach rumbling, by the way. So we're parboiling all the eggs. And with that, we're going to have a speed up chopping the trees. Oh, and what's happening here? Oh no, we've got the hoe out for some reason. Not sure why. Are we going to go mining? Who knows? But for now, we're going to go and... Oh, straight past there, we're going to go and see the horse. And he's desperately trying to come out, look. We're saying, no, do not go out in the rain. I can't imagine it's too detrimental for horses in real life to go out in the rain, but I know in this game it lowers their heart level, so you do not want the horse out in the rain. But I think most horses are perfectly capable of choosing for themselves. So we've got 2 flowers left. What are we going to do for the rest of the day? I don't know, but it looks like we're heading straight out of the farm. We have a lot of weeds. Oh, it's heading down. Where are we going? Nobody knows. Oh, we're heading into Gotz's house. Are we really trying to see if we can get this barn extension? So we're checking our money, 19,875, but we've got nowhere near enough wood. So I think I'm trying to check the barn again, but I do not think it's going to happen. So we do have enough money, but not enough lumber. So it looks like we're going to think about it. Of course, the lumber costs 50 Gs each, so it's just not going to happen. So I think I'm frantically trying to work it out, and I do a jump cut where I realise it's not going to happen. So no barn this time. Now, I can't remember if I've mentioned my autumn fall goals that I've put on myself. So while we're here, I'll do that. I'm just checking all the tools and everything else. So if I have already stated some autumn goals and these are different, I do apologise because I cannot remember. We're just going to go and do a little... No, we're not. Hang on. Steady on. No, we're not. I don't know what happened there. Thought we were off to do a bit of mining. No, we weren't. It looks like we're heading out. So anyway, I don't know if I discussed my autumn goals, so I'll discuss them here. So the aim is to get at least one cow, because we only have a sheep at the moment, to upgrade the barn, and to raise Poppy's heart level. I think that's what we'll do for autumn. So we're about to give her a flower, and she is still on yellow. But yes, I think that will be good autumn goals. Upgrading the barn, getting one cow, and raising Poppy's heart level. So now we'll be heading off to mine. It looks like it. We're taking the basket with us. Is this the first time we've seen the mechanics of the basket in this playthrough? I'm not sure, but I'll explain it just in case. So the basket works. We're going to have a speed up here, of course. The basket works much like the shipping bin. So you pop things into the basket, as you'll see as we go on. Oh, I do apologise, but be careful. My stomach is just rumbling. But be careful when you pop stuff in the basket because you cannot take it out. It's not like your inventory. If you put something in the basket, it's in there now. That's all you can do. So be careful with that. So with that, big speed up while we mine. So this is a little awkward, taking the basket, because you have to obviously pick it up, put it down every time you find, as you can see. Well, you can see what I'm doing. So my character is getting very, very tired, because of course you do lose stamina quicker or fatigue in the rain. So we're now heading back with this basket on our head. So we go all the way to the shipping bin. And you just tip it like that. So all of that stuff's gone in there now. So we're popping it down, we decide we don't like it there, so we move it again. And with that, we are heading into the house. I'm not entirely sure why. Oh, we're going to check the cabinet, okay? Because we're going to put some of this ore in the cabinet and then ship the rest. So it looks like we'll just have one gold to ship from our backpack, but of course we had all the ore in the basket as well. So let's go ahead and ship that now. Honestly, my stomach is so rumbly, I'm so sorry. And we're going to go and check the grass, I believe. So let's go have a look, see if that's done. And it looks like it is. So I don't think my character will be able to do all of this. No. So we've done a little bit of grass. That, of course, chopping the grass gives you fodder for your cows and sheep. And with that, we're going to have a little bit of a speed up here because we're waiting here in the pouring rain till 5 o'clock because it is Zach's birthday. We already saw him this morning, of course. So we're going to give him the flower. And he's really happy to get a birthday present, bless him. So with that, I'm not entirely sure what we're going to do. We're just going to check our money situation. 22,370, not bad. And we are heading out. I'm not sure where we're headed to. I'm presuming the inn to see if that event pops. It is a summer timed event, so if we don't get it this year, we'll try and get it next year. So with that, heading off up to the inn, we're checking the board. The next festival is the music festival. There's a very loud motorbike outside now as well, so I do apologise. Everything goes wrong when I'm recording, I'll tell you that. So we're going to head into the inn, see if the event goes. And it doesn't. I actually think I'm here a little bit too early. But while we're here, oh my goodness, are we having a celebration or what? We're going to have, what we having? Another pineapple juice. Again, not something I like in real life, but my character must love it. I bet Doug thinks we're in the money. We're finally actually spending something in the inn. I do think we're here a little bit too early, but we decide not to stick around. So with that, we're going to pop home, I believe. But yeah, I think we were a little bit too early for that event. And I don't know if it pops when it's raining. Not sure. I assume so, but I'm not sure. I can't believe we're almost nearly at autumn in the game. That's insane. I mean, we're not far off in real life, to be honest. Like I said, I've said this before, it wasn't planned this way, but we seem to be doing this sort of in real time. So with that, we are, of course, going to check the telly. What have we got today? We've got the delicious hour. Oh, my tummy. I'm so sorry. Today's dish is tomato juice. No, well, that's definitely not the delicious hour for me. No, can't think of anything worse. I will not be drinking tomato juice. Thank you very much. Tomato juice, pineapple juice. No, don't think. And of course, good old Farmer Fran. What's she got to say this time? What's the main difference between the refrigerator and the cabinet? Well, listen, if you have to ask that, Jimmy, I don't. I mean, there are still arguments about what should go in a fridge and what should go in a cupboard, so to be fair, your question might actually be valid. And with that, we are going to head up to bed and move straight on to our last day of the episode and our last day of summer, which is the 30th, of course. So summer year 1 is nearly done. So we're checking the weather tomorrow, nice and sunny for our first day of fall or autumn. I am going to be using them interchangeably. I probably will say autumn more often. So we're going to check the mailbox as always. And nothing. And we just need to check if those final corn have grown in. And luckily they have. I didn't think they would. So we've got a speed up here just collecting the corn. Gonna head straight into the barn with it. And I believe, oh, our sheep has got wool as well. So I'm going to shear the sheep, of course. And I believe we're going to end up shipping all of this corn, I think. Yeah. So with that, I think we'll probably head off and see the horse. And we do need to try and get the horse out of the barn, which will be quite fun. Much easier to get him out than it is to put him in, but it's still a bit of a pain in the bum. So out you go. And we have nothing on our farm, no crops, so let's go and collect the honey. Feed the fish as always, and head straight into the hen house. So it should be a fairly short day, I would say. Let's see what happens. So for the final time in summer, we're just collecting the eggs up. And with that, we're heading out of the farm. Going to grab the flowers and the final, or one of the final summer crops here, the red grass, that will change for next week's episode. So with that, we're going to give a flower to Anne, and we end off summer with Anne on a blue heart. Just checking that. And for Potpourri, we end off summer with her on a yellow heart. So we're going to give an egg to the Harvest Goddess. But before that, we are going to do a speed up here because we are chopping some lumber. With that, we're heading back into the hen house to ship the last of our summer crops and eggs, of course, and heading back out. I think there's going to be another speed up here because we're going to chop the rest of this lumber, these stumps. And what we're doing, oh, we're not heading back into Gopsi's, are we? We only are. Desperate to get this barn, aren't we? But I just don't think it's going to happen. Hence why it is a autumn goal. So we're still trying to see if it's possible. It's just not possible. It's not happening. We're past me really wanted that extension. So, nothing really we need to buy. So with that, we're going to head out. And I don't know what we're doing for the rest of the day, so let's find out. So I'm not entirely sure where we're heading. Looks like we might be heading to the shop. Let's have a look. Yep. And with that, we're going to do another speed up here because we are going to grab flour for the harvest sprites just to get them at a good heart level ready for autumn. So I've sped this up because it takes quite a while. So we've got all the flour we need, and with that we're going to head out. And presumably take all of this flour over to the harvest sprites. So again, I probably speed this up because it does take quite a while to give them all the flour. And we're just going to check the heart levels. Well, they're looking okay. Could be better. Now I'm trying to ask for help, but I realise they won't water the fields because I don't have anything in the fields at the moment. So I was trying to get them early, and I should have left something in the field, and I forgot. So that was my silly mistake. Because if I'd have left those last crops in the field, I could have got the harvest sprites ready. So that's my silly mistake. But with that, I believe we're heading into the inn. I'm not entirely sure why. Looks like we're going to grab some things from one. So we're going to be grabbing some green pepper seeds, ready for tomorrow. I do apologise, there is an ambulance on the street, so if you hear that, that's what that is. I hope everyone's okay. So with that, I believe we're heading back to the farm. Oh, it looks like we're not heading back to the farm. What are we doing? If we go back into Gotz's, I swear. No. So it looks like we're heading up the mountain. So I presume we're going to take this time to pick the rest of the pink flowers and put them in the cupboard. We'll have to wait and see, but I assume that's what we're doing. Is that bee? Oh, it's a cicada. I only really know of cicadas because of Animal Crossing, I'll be honest. Never seen a cicada in real life. So we're grabbing some of these flowers ready to put in the cupboard, and with that we're going to head back home. And we're not too far off the end of the episode now. So while we're heading back home, I will say thank you very much for watching. I have really enjoyed making these episodes, I really have. I love Harvest Moon Back to Nature. It's one of the first games I remember playing at all, to be honest, when I was very, very young. And yeah, I'm just happy to be doing the playthrough. So again, I've said it many, many times, this playthrough doesn't get many views, and that's absolutely fine because I just enjoy making it. So we're obviously popping the flowers away, and presumably the flour in the fridge as well. Again, let's not question flour going in a fridge. I'm not going to question it. I'm not happy about it. Flour should be going in the cupboard though, shouldn't it? But yes, it does mean the world to me, everyone who continues to stay and watch these. I know this is quite a long series, and it's going to continue to be quite a long series. It's a fairly long game, to be fair. You have to do it to the end of, well, you don't have to, but the idea is to do it till the end of year 3, so we're just going to sort out our tools, ready for the morning. And we've got, I believe, 8 green pepper seeds, so that's a good start. So we're just having a bit of a mess about, sorting everything out. So I'm not entirely sure what's taking the time here. I'm just figuring things out. And with that, it looks like we're heading back out again. I'm not sure why. Ah, I believe we're going to go and chop some grass. Okay. Yep, that does make sense. So going to chop the remainder of the grass. I believe we're leaving room for seeds when we go to the supermarket tomorrow. So with that, we're going to head home and watch the television to end off the episode and end off summer in the game. So what do we have today? The song hour. Oh, well, that should be interesting. Oh, it's fascinating stuff, that. And of course, we're going to check in with good old Farmer Fran as well. So with that, thank you very much for watching. It really does mean a lot. I will see you next week with the start of fall, or autumn as I call it. So I hope you've been enjoying this series so far. As I say, I know it's not the most engaging series to watch. I just thought it would be nice to have a chill, cosy game for my first ever playthrough. But more are on the way. So thank you very much for watching. And until next time, bye Embers.